Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing great. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning gazer, hi guys. Hope you're all doing fantastic. This is going to be a reading for whoever, whenever, wherever. It's a collective reading, which means take what resonates and leave the rest. This is for a lot of different people. Some things are going to ring for some while they don't ring at all for others, and that's okay. The message is coming through. Last reading I did, we went outside. It was beautiful. Right now it's raining, so we're back inside. But we did a crystal ball reading, and it was really lovely. I really enjoyed doing that for you guys. And it's kind of a precursor to the new menu that I'm going to be offering in the month of July, which is coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I'm offering a special on tarot video readings, and I'm also offering a couple different types of readings to the menu. So keep an eye out for that. All right, enough of that. Ancestors, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for the collective today? For those watching, what would you like us to know for greatest and highest good? Oh, we get the Eight of Cups and the Death card. Ooh, something is changed. It is done and over with, and it is moving. Now I want you to see all the cards in this deck are facing the same way. So first we have the Death card, Scorpio. And, what's really interesting here is because, it's like love. It's like a sailor on a beach. It kind of insinuates like he's going away or he's coming. It's something that everybody is subject to. Nobody can escape transformational changes, right? And sometimes that means the ending of something so that something new can begin, right? That's Scorpionic. The 8th house is death, taxes, other people's money, right? It's about the things that affect more than just us, those transformational things that can't go back to the way they were before once they occurred, right? That's this energy here. And it's okay because it's about moving on. And this talks about emotionally, right? There's like some level of fulfillment, but it's just not quite enough. It's like, when you really have like a craving for something, and you can substitute all the different things, but until you actually like eat the ice cream or get the the food that for some reason right now I want a salad, something fresh and fulfilling, right? And I can eat a million cookies, but it's not going to give me that feeling that my body is looking for, right? And I think that that's a great synopsis for this. And look, she's like chasing things away, chasing this guy away with a hose, right? It's like this feeling of like an emotional outburst, and it's almost like what once was maybe with another person, right? And it's got this masculine and feminine aspect to it. So that could be either person, that could be parts within us, right? What is the internal self telling you, and how is that changing, evolving, and needing the external self to take action in a way to manifest where that fulfillment lies, right? Ooh, Ace of Cups, you guys, these are all water. And like a message coming through, a heartfelt message, right? It's almost like this other thing needs to vacate the premises. This other thing needs to go. It has to change and evolve because something new is trying to come through here. Something fresh and new. To go from the Death card to the Eight of Cups to the Ace of Cups is definitely opening yourself up right now for the possibility of fulfillment. Four of Wands talks about our like a celebration where we're building our foundations, right? For us and others. Again, fours are security. Where do we feel secure? Knight of Wands, getting to that. One more, please, Spirit. One more, please, Spirit. Is that the one? I felt like it was taking two. We're getting two. Wow. Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Six of Wands on the bottom. This has been coming out a lot lately. Success, fulfillment, and being celebrated, being recognized, right? This is where you're on your way to have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands. It means that by making that decision, by allowing the thing that needs to go, the former, right, to have its natural end, right? Have its natural conclusion. it becomes available to you, the success. Wow, Ace of Wands under that, we love it. And then Four of Pentacles, holding on to the things that we've created, things that you've created in this. It's the Four of Wands. This could be again the transformation of a partnership. There's two figures on all of these cards. We don't even have a number 2 out, but I will tell you that 3 of these cards have 2 people on them. And this talks about, see, he's got the ladder. What are we building? Climbing the ladder, getting to the next place, right? I'm hearing glass ceilings. You could have been stuck at a place before. It could have been, again, reached its natural end. It's time for that evolution. And they taught you lessons to learn what it is that you need, right? And then like going after it, 8 of Cups. It's like chasing that thing away, flushing yourself emotionally so that you can have an open space for the new, and then actively going out after it, right? This is, you got fire energy here. It's a very quick movement. It's very inspired, but it's also kind of non-committal. It's almost like, wow, like kind of wiling out or being, full of that excitement because the possibilities are available to you now and you're energized, you're feeling it and you're taking action and you're moving toward it. And then we get this Ace of Cups toward the thing you love. And the thing that you love is calling for you. Look at that message, that letter coming through. And it's the 7 of Pentacles. Waiting, building, growing, allowing the thing to progress and become what it is. Each of these plants started off as a seed or a cutting, and it had to develop roots. It had to establish itself where it was, and it had to grow leaves to nourish itself before they could bloom. I don't know if you can see my little geranium here, but this geranium and others next to it came from that geranium over there. You take cuttings off of them, right? And it's like this transformation into the new thing, to becoming itself in its own space, right? That's kind of where this is. It's like it took time for those things to get there, but they do get there. And when they do, though, they bloom and flower and fruit, and you get the harvest of the work that you've done. Queen of Wands coming out with this. What's interesting too is like Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, Wands, fire energy, not super patient, not known for being super patient, right? But this is a highly attractive thing. This is a highly attractive person. This is confidence and knowing. And again, being that presenter, right? Being that the singer on the stage, being recognized. Your talents are being recognized, and they're watching you work. They're watching you and seeing what it is that you're doing and you're developing, and they are loving it. Loving it. And again, none of this would have been possible had you stayed in that space. None of this would have been possible if you didn't reach out and for the things that are emotionally fulfilling to you. This is about your passions. This is about your drive. This is about what fulfills you, both on, like how are you feeling about it, right? Joy, happiness, excitement, but also, how are you approaching it, right? With confidence, with respect for the thing, knowing that even though you're very excited and it is very exciting, you are patient enough to let it become the thing that it needs to be. Let's find out about this this death card. What is this that left and died and went away? What is this thing that is over with? This is a mixed deck. Look, we get the King of Swords in the reverse. This talks about narcissistic liar. This is somebody who uses information for their benefit and others' downfall, depletion, right? This is like not great energy at all. This person is very, very smart. They have zero feelings. There's a level of, take it how it resonates, but there's a level of deceit that comes with this, with someone who withholds information. It can go anywhere from like just like maybe a pathological liar, or maybe somebody who's just a really smart and a jerk, like very cold person, all the way through to psychopathy. Take it how it resonates, and that being the extreme end here. But what it mostly represents is somebody who uses their knowledge but doesn't use their emotion at all. They're not emotionally intelligent. They shape facts, right? And they twist the facts. And there could have been, you know, like an ending with an energy like this, a person like this. Look, magician in the reverse on the bottom, highly manipulative. And taking, you know, so like it's like the kind of person who would reap the harvest of your resources, the rewards of your resources. And it's a real mind. It's a real mind bug. It really, really is. So no wonder there is, and they make it sound so good. Like it's this dessert here, and there's like two sides to it. So of course you're walking away from it. Of course you're leaving it. You know, what is a Four of Wands? It was like maybe you wanted to pop out something that you had established yourself with in that sense. Look, Six of Cups, Temperance in the reverse. Sorry about that. Got Six of Cups. One of the kids came in here, so that's interesting. In your home, like the establishment in your home, what do we have on the bottom here? The Chariot in the reverse, you guys. This Four of Wands, this thing, you know, it's like the things of the past, and maybe losing patience with them, not gaining that higher knowledge, not being able to get to that next space of maturation, of learning, of getting through it, right? And it could have been because the information that you're being giving wasn't correct. It was because this person that you were dealing with, this entity that you were dealing with, this situation previously, was doing everything in its power to manipulate. And so there's this feeling of, you know, like wanting to, you know, this could be feelings of nostalgia of the past, of what it felt like to really be at home, enjoying the people around you, childhood, what was, you know, the good memories, right? And not being able to mix those things together. They're 1144. It's like there's this like definitive, that was the past and this is the now. You know, this is a newer energy. Four of Wands is a newer energy. It's like celebrating a wedding or celebrating a promotion, right? A new home, moving to something new, putting those stakes in the ground and building those things, and thinking maybe even what you had imagined that you would have had for yourself as an adult, right? When you were a child, and feeling like, did you quite get there? And losing the patience with the thing, right? Turning into something that kept the growth from happening. And there's like this removal of yourself from it, again, like wanting to climb the ladder and get out of that space, because the head and the heart are not on the same page here. Obviously the heart wants to get moving forward, and the head is stuck in this tricky game here. Remember what it was like when we were kids. There's definitely, could be people from your past, it could be somebody who's known you from your past, but it's like these elements are not mixing. The future you, the present you, what is needed from you in the now to get you into that new space is definitely not mixing well with where you're coming from. And that's why Eight of Cups, it's time to go, right? It's time to really seek out the growth here. What is going on? I showed you guys, this deck is mixed, because there's the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom in the reverse and the Four of Cups. Look, you're not going to sit around bored being disinterested anymore again. And I'm not going to dig too deeply into this message, because it's the same thing that was already said, except this time you've made up your heart about it, right? Except this time you're heading forward about it, and this other energy, not invited. As a matter of fact, there's like a definite you know, emotional boundary. It's like turning your back to it and walking forward. Things that if it caused you this kind of confusion, or you've identified that about this thing, it's time to let it go and end, because it isn't progressing. You know this, and what it's doing is lighting a fire under your butt and getting you moving. Knight of Wands. Oops. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse again. You guys, I'm telling you what, this is weird that they're all backwards. It's really time to reflect, isn't it? Time to really look at that and stay in your upright, right? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So you got the Four of Pentacles showed up in this deck too, under the bottom. What are you holding on to? It's time to let go of those things. Freeing yourself from it. All right? Woosah. Very, 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 very interesting. Ace of Cups, please. Now look, you guys, all these cards are in reverse. This one comes out in the upright, and it is again the Queen of Wands. That's twice. Now you have the Temperance card in the reverse, Sagittarius energy. Now you got the Queen of Wands coming out in the upright twice. That means that that fire energy has been put back in place, right? Right side up, shining again, bringing that light to you again. You don't have to be a Sagittarius. You don't even have to be a woman, but it could be you. It could be somebody who is a fire sign female. It could be you invoking this energy. And I would like to say that it might be all three. Because you're this return to your confidence here, and it is making you very beautiful, very attractive. It's making you shine, right? And you are loving it, and people are loving you. And so I think somebody in particular is really seeing what it is that you're doing and just expressing to you how good you look doing it. You know, like, and it's confidence, right? It's the shine that you have. It's the look in your eye. It's the lack of weight that you're clear, the clarity that you've come to through this, because you aren't carrying around the confusion of the previous, right? Because you're able to move and get things going, and mostly above and beyond all else, because your heart is in the right place, because your heart is clear. I'm hearing lifted. Wow. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, please. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, please. Page of Swords. And look at that. King of Wands in the reverse on the bottom. You know, it might provoke a reaction from someone, and that's their issue here. That's up to them. You are getting, again, this idea of message coming through. Page of Swords energy. Communication. Somebody's seeing what you're working on, what you're growing. And again, it's not quite there yet, but the process has begun. And if it hasn't begun, you are at the point where you are starting it. And once you get it established and you get the ball rolling and you get the work starting to happen, right, and it's really looking good on you, it's really, you're right up your alley, you are in your element, you're doing what it is that you need to do, even though you had to learn some patience, even though you had to separate yourself from this thing, even though there was a lot of movement, you are there, and it is being noticed, and somebody is communicating with you about that in a positive way. Okay, in a positive way, because Page of Swords is upright. All of the cards on the end are upright. It's this King of Wands in reverse on the bottom. And again, you get the King of Wands and the King of Swords. They are, that is somebody who thinks they know everything and is really boastful about it. That is the what is it called? You know, the grandiose narcissism. Yeah, that's what that is. So don't you pay it? No, never mind. Don't you worry about that. Keep shining. That thing is done and over with. And I think I heard stubbing their toe. I think that's what this negative energy over here is about. And I don't want you to worry about it, but be aware, because they might have some sort of reaction, and I don't want you to be surprised by it, because you already know who it is you're dealing with. You already know what that situation was like. If you you could very well be encountering another human being who's also not in their best form. We get two different masculine energies over here. Take it how it resonates, but you can see it coming a mile away, and you aren't dealing with any of that. I'm again seeing this like eight of cups with the hose, the way she's spraying him, you know, like, get out of here. And then going back to your work. You don't have to follow them around. You don't have to participate in what it is that they're doing. You're setting up a boundary, you're defending yourself, and you're getting back to work. And that's also being noticed. I heard you got class. Good for you. Oops. Okay, Ganesha has some messages for us. Reflection. What did we say? There's a reflection here. Absolutely, there is. And again, I'll always go back to that song, Reflection by Tool. And it's not for everybody, but it kind of is. It talks about the moon and how, the light is not her own. It's a reflection of a million light rays, 1,000 points of light. Now I'm hearing Neil Young. Okay, we're not gonna get, but a lot of songs are coming through. Why is that happening? Follow those thought trains. Follow that train of logic, right? Train of consciousness. See where those things go. We don't have to respond to them. It's a really great way to learn to listen to ourselves, right? Where the like, well, oh, okay, now it's this thing. Now it's this thing. Don't hold on to anything. Just let those thoughts go through. Let those songs cycle through. If it quickly changes in your mind while you're manifesting, while you're meditating, while you're thinking about it, let it go through, just move on to the next thing. We don't have to respond to any of those things. We don't have to react to any of those things. That's what meditation is. It's letting those things pass by us, like a movie on a screen, like a train while we're at the stoplight, letting them pass by and through, and sitting patiently with it. And then when it clears, going forward. And now we've got all of the things that we learned in our space, and we've also centered ourselves, right? Ooh, interesting. Blessings. You are a blessing. Your blessings need to be shared. People are seeing this. They are feeling blessed by your presence, by the actions that you're taking, by the things that you're sharing. And you're receiving blessings back. I love this. I think that when you're in your reflective mode too, you're going to see all the blessings that are around you, and what a blessing it actually was to go through this. That sounds trite. We don't always like it when we say that, but it really was, because it really put you on a path, taught you some things, put you exactly where you are now, put you on that path, and set you up for your future greatness. Open to receive beginnings. Look. This is just the start. This is just the beginning. Relax. This relaxation, we do need to take time to relax. We need to take time to, don't work yourself into the ground here. But more than that, it means, don't worry. Okay? And you have this time of manifestation here, this time of patience, the Seven of Pentacles energy, where you're waiting for those things to develop, and it takes them an amount of time. And in that time, it wants you to relax. You don't have to have your guard up. These energies are, again, not here, not welcome here. You've created a distance, you've created a boundary, you are in the process of that. And not only that, but within yourself too, letting it go, not holding on to it, letting it pass through, and that lets you relax. So when these messages come through, you can actually communicate, you can actually enjoy them. Somebody might be asking you out. Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, and then the beginning is here, the new. And just relax. Look, unleash. Oh, hold nothing back. Expand into the universe. That is some Sagittarian energy. That is fire energy. That expectation of expansion that Jupiter holds. Unleash. And the moon. Wow. Take time to reflect. Reflect. The moon. You're just talking about that. Reflection has been a huge theme. What are you seeing in your reflection? What are you seeing in the reflection? Reevaluate. In the starlit sky, we look for falling stars. And what do we do when we see a shooting star? We make a wish. All right? So it is maybe this moment of reflection is here for you, so that you can reevaluate, so that you can set forth your path into your new wishes, and make sure those are, when they say be careful what you wish for, you want to make sure that you're wishing for what you truly want. And this is allowing you to see what that is. What is it that you truly want? That's right in your heart, right? And where do we, it's okay to reevaluate. It's okay to look at things as things move forward, and as things move through. Yes, of course, please look at them and see where adjustments need to be made. Okay, we have a somatic exercise, freeform dance. Woohoo, this is one of my favorites. All right, freeform dance involves spontaneous movement without set choreography, allowing for personal expression and emotional release. It promotes creativity, self discovery, and well being, often used in therapeutic settings like dance therapy. Ooh, and my favorite is NIA, neuro integrated activity. It's all kinds of dancing mixed together into one to address mind, body, spirit, and emotion. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Could be yoga for you, could be anything for you. Again, this is not set in stone. There is no specific thing except listening to your body and the joy of movement, right? Let's read the back. It says, close your eyes and let the music guide you as you sway, twirl, and step to the beat. Feel the energy flowing through you, releasing any tension from stress. Embrace the freedom of movement and connect with your inner self. Dance as if no one is watching, allowing yourself to be completely immersed in the present moment. Let the music be your guide as you express yourself through the language of the body. And I'll tell you a few things about this. Is that gorgeous or what? I'll put that for you. So if you want to screenshot it, you can see my friend who taught me the there's things that are hidden in our bodies, like the motions that we take, the movements that we carry, and we'll notice that we're doing the same thing, so we're getting stuck. Like, why am I making this motion? Why am I constantly wanting to do this? I find myself getting into these things because I figure skated for so long that I'll be stretching and habitually, like almost like I'm not thinking about it in ways that are exactly like I did for skating, but it's not like a yoga way to do it. It might not be a thing that something in my body actually needs. Adjust. Get out of that lockstep habit of doing the same thing every time, right? And then you'll start to notice that your body is doing things. And my friend who taught me this, she realized that she kept going when she would dance. She would go like this, and it was like this defensive posture, because that's a posture that she had taken many times through experiences that she was healing from. And once she made that connection that her muscle memory was expressing itself in this particular movement, she was able to release it, like make the cognitive release and free her muscles, free her systems of doing that, and make a choice to try to move in a more open, more expressive, more loving way, right? And that's just one example, one unique possibility. All of the possibilities are unique unto you, and you need to listen to your body first and foremost, okay? So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep an eye out for those specials coming out tomorrow. And I thank you for coming back, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.